What's going on, everybody? This is Super Robot, and today we're going to talk about Soundwave. And 2026 must be the year of Soundwave because we are now going to be getting another masterpiece Soundwave. Well, not another masterpiece Soundwave, but the same. Okay. All right. So I know the deco is super G1. The chest is a little more smaller on the window. It's more of a, very flat, bright yellow accents. The tapes now look like how they look in the G1. The blue is that, solid blue with the almost white forearms, and the legs is little bright silver. Don't get me wrong, very G1, but or cartoon at that. But I didn't think we would get something different now. Now, if I didn't know, I think it was the Karatomi version that has some QC issues. And I know at Hasbro, you would get some mismatched parts with them, but economically priced, those two before, the rise of their price were still better priced than this one that's about to come out. Now, there are some deco differences here and there. We'll be flashing back to the same slide a little later under the white background, but we'll see that. Now, first, the Laserbeak is probably the one that's the most pronounced of this because now he does have that very animation look. It's the whites, not silvers, silver colors and things like that, like the original masterpiece. And yes, the Laserbeak that we're using here is pretty much identical to the one that comes with the Takara version. A slight difference, but it's not much. It's not as pronounced as these two. This is the Redeco Laserbeak on the left for MPG is the newer one. I love it. I wish it kind of more of that translated to the newer one we're getting, but at least those cassettes still kind of give us a semblance of a look like this. But yeah, so far now the MPG Laserbeak looks, I love it. I really do love the look of that. Like if I just had that as a standalone just to kind of play with around the house or something like that, he gets, I wonder if he can launch a little cannon off like he does in the series. Now onto tape deck mode. And yeah, you can really see more of it here, especially when you look at the sides. Now, I wasn't able to get really a side view picture of the TRU version, which is the one on the right, which you'll see the Hasbro symbol right below that. Those are from Sabertron. The other two are stock images from Takara. I do like the alt mode. Good grief, the alt mode looks like the cartoon. And years ago when I used to look at MP, 13, I used to be like, man, that looks like Soundwave. I mean, that looks like a cartoon. But that one on the left with the two-tone thing, because the way they got the legs and everything, and, that looks a lot. That looks a lot better. And when they, like I say again, the smaller window in the chest. So there's a little, I don't say it's remolding, and just the way the chest is a little fatter. It's like just less window. And the same thing when you see it in robot mode. It's like less window. I'm trying to look at it, it's like they're the same. There's no, how did they make it look smaller? It could be the pronouncing of the side of the borders. Man, it's striking. And you can look at the other two and see that clearly they're the same. Now, the only differences are the yellow eyes, of course, that were on the TRU Asian version, which a lot of people, were always up in arms about. Why you gotta have yellow eyes? Well, he's supposed to be more toy accurate, which he was. The Masterpiece Soundwave had a gold, kind of like a goldish plastic around the rim of the door and even on the sides. His blue, I want to say it's not as bright and as color forward. Their blues are pretty much dang on near identical. And even the paint apps are there. It's not lacking. But what is lacking is one accessory that we know for a fact the MPG version is not going to get. And that is the Megatron rifle. That's right. So you're going to be paying more and you're getting less this time. And I don't understand why they didn't put the Megatron rifle in there unless they're going to include that with another, or that's already included in, because how they're doing like the redo of the Seekers. So now this would have came before the redo. So I guess you got a Megatron accessory. Didn't that come up like one of the newer Star Screens or something like that? Help me out, MP collectors, if it came with that or not. Maybe they're saying, well, if you got that one, you didn't get Soundwave, tough cookie. But they pretty much repeated everything that came with the other sound with the original the car version, the MP13. Except they omitted a part, the gun. And that gun comes apart in 3 parts, very similar to the Centurion pack. And definitely, if you're going to talk about the TRU version, you got the full cassette Monty. You got Buzzsaw, Laserbeak, Rumble, and Frenzy, and Ravage. So yeah, you got the full Monty, and I believe this was like $139 or something like that when it came out. This thing was hot butter. I never could get one. I was working for a drugstore company called Car Drugs, and me and my store manager was actually one of my friends, and he was a toy collector. And I remember him like, hey, watch the store. I'm going to run down the TRU. I didn't have the money to get one. If I had it, I would have got one, but I didn't. But he came back with one. I'm not going to lie. It was beautiful, man. Yellow eyes and all. I was like, you could put some red masking tape on that. It was beautiful. And all the cassettes. But yeah, some of them came with like 2 left pile drivers and some I don't know. There were some bad things that came with this as well. So, but not minor nitpicks. You can take your fill of what you want to say. But yeah, I'm a little like, I don't know, maybe we were expecting this, with this new rebranding that we were going to get something new. I think this is more anniversary, 86 movie. It's going to be 40 years next year for the movie. So I really think this is what we're going to see with some of the releases. There are some rumors about a Grimlock being released in animation colors. Let me stop you right there. I don't want to see that, because that, first of all, that Grimlock is too damn small. You can always, I think, didn't they came with feet plates, so you can buy a company made feet plates. Again, MP Collectors helped me on that. I remember seeing that you can make him taller, but he's still not tall enough. The Dinobots got to go back through a redo like they did Studio Series 86 Dinobots from, the Volcanius combiner one that they did. No. Nah, do it over. But, again, it's masterpiece. If it comes out, a lot of people are going to buy it if it's an animation version. Like I said, again, that's speculation. I saw something on some boards here and there. Because I didn't decide to do this little rumor video. I just let it go on that. Like, wasn't really anything exciting about the rumor. But right now, like I said, this is all preliminary. I think for a lot of people, they've had their fill of masterpiece Soundwaves, even beyond that of even buying the car versions, official. Third parties got some better ones. So yeah, I don't know. It's up to the collector. I don't do masterpiece due to the fact that I like official first, and there's not enough to go around of official, except for repeats of Prime and the Seekers and things like nature. We do. That's why I stay away from masterpiece. Oh, and extra tidbit of channel news. I got some more reviews I gotta get pumped out, y'all. News has been just horrible, and I'm not gonna lie, man. I am not worried about any views right now. And I know some of you YouTubers like, oh, we're beating Super Robot. Hey, man, it doesn't matter to me. Right now, I'm feeling good. I wasn't even gonna make this video. This is Super Robot. Bringing more news reveals today. We'll see you soon. Bye bye.